Live with the Grapevine. This is the Kosher Spirit Review. I'm Yehoshua Werth, and this is Chris Riesbeck from Benromach and Gordon MacPhail out of Scotland. And today we're going to be tasting and smelling the Benromach Organic. This is, what's the gentleman's name who makes this at Benromach?
Yeah, so our head distiller, his name is Keith Cruikshank, and his first assistant is a guy by the name of Mike Ross. The big news out of Benromach this year is that we've actually doubled production, so we've had to take on a third distiller. So we've just introduced a new distiller to the process, and we're now running 2 shifts daily. Production has gone up from 125,000 liters to just about 250,000, so pretty exciting times for us.
Thirsty for some good whiskey. It's really not that like grandiose big of a name brand in these areas, so really would like to teach people more about it because their range is wide. They have some really old stock whiskey that's quite delicious and smooth, and then they have some younger cask strength stuff, organic, sherried, that really can teach people about something a little different about this region of Speyside. People are familiar with some big name brands and they have a very specific style. This is a little bit off the cuff of that. What is this organic? What are we tasting today?
Yeah,
why is it unique?
This is a really special whiskey for us. So this is actually the 3rd batch produced at Benromach Organic. It's officially the 2nd batch to be available in the United States. So with Benromach, it's the world's first fully certified organic single malt via the Soil Association based out of the United Kingdom. It is a virgin American oak cask single malt with a light sear to the barrels just to get that toast note coming through. 100% Scottish barley, a mixture of cherry and optic, about 70-30, really unique bottling, phenols of maybe 2 to 3 to 4 parts per million, almost non-existent on the palate, but just such an impressive whiskey because one of the things that we love about it is that it really is a bit of a chameleon. It drinks probably a little bit closer to an American whiskey,
a little bit of
heavy wood note.
A little bit of a jammy, like red fruit, as goofy as that is on a Scotch.
Yeah, it's just a really neat whiskey. I mean, still that trademark cereal note coming through from the Benromach bottle.
Like a preserve even? Like a preserve note on there, and like a lot of good caramely, vanilla-y, like good
everything
oak,
that you expect out of a good American
whiskey. But it's malty. It is not corny. It is not a sugar bomb.
Well, and that's because we're not actually using bourbon casks here. They're virgin casks.
Right. Exactly.
Non-pure. Yeah.
It's a delightful whiskey to smell. What's the proof of this? This is
a bottle in at 43.
86 proof.
Yep.
I love that, like, it kind of almost goes peanut brittle, but it's more like a nut brittle of some kind. It's not cashew, it's not peanut.
A little bit of that toffee note coming through as well.
Chaim, to a beautiful week, a beautiful year, and may people find a drink that when they drink it, they think about how wonderful the effort is of the person making it all the way through their whole meal and their enjoyment with friends, so they're actually uplifted by the spirit, quote unquote. And there's a lot of ancient texts that talk about these things. It's a unifying thing, an uplifting thing, and people shouldn't waste them. Not to get drunk, but actually to, look, whether it's cheers, whether it's salute, whether it's l'chaim, whatever it may be, it's a friendship thing. So let's taste this and enjoy.
Yeah.
I already said a bracha, I'm not cheating. It's like a medium to full-bodied whiskey.
Yeah.
Leaves you with a lot on your palate, a lot of flavor. Again, more of the red fruit kind of thing going on with that. I'd call it almost like, you know, caramel, when you think of it as always a heavy, goopy candy. Imagine if you were able to thin that out a little bit and not have it be so power in the
not over the top,
chewy, caramely vibe.
Yeah, I think it's a medium-bodied whiskey. There's no question. It's probably less viscous than what a lot of people anticipate with something that's got that heavy sherry component. Obviously, with a virgin cask here, we're able to bleed out some of that wood sugar and some of that vanillin coming through without necessarily getting a lot of the heavy tone that comes through.
Please don't get lost thinking you need a 15 to 20 year whiskey. You'll be missing a lot of the greater whiskeys that are made in the world, whether it's bourbon, whether it's Scotch. This specifically, I don't know the age on this bottle. It could be as young as 8 years in some of the whiskey.
It's an on-age statement bottling for us. We don't release a specific age for it.
And don't get lost on that. It's a delicious whiskey with tons of flavor, and it's smooth, and it's round, and it's big. And don't miss it because it doesn't say a 15 or 21 on it. It'd be a real loss.
Agreed.
Again, organic, Benromach. 43% alcohol, also known as 86 proof. I'm here with Chris Riesbeck. Lots of love to you and your family. This is the Kosher Spirit Review, live at the Grapevine.